Hello everybody! Today we are going to watch another video teaching how to deal with regular lessons. Last time we have learned what to do with test lessons and what information to write down in the online form. After you have filled up the form, our manager contacts the student to find out whether he wishes to continue his studies at our school or not. In case of positive answer, the manager coordinates the time of the regular lessons and the student pays this lesson. Afterwards, he is ready to study under your leadership. Now we are going to the main page of our personal account and pass on the schedule. On this page, we have a block of regular lessons that you can see in front of you. Here, you can look through all regular lessons planned by all your students. They are arranged by days of the week. Let's follow the link, Edit My Schedule, in the center of this page. Now you can see all your students and edit your schedule for their lessons. For example, let's try it on Alferov Ivan. You may see that he has 3 lessons planned every week at noon, 2 p.m., and 7 p.m. Each of them may be changed by clicking on Edit. In fact, you can move any of your lessons to any other time and day of the week. Once this is done, you should press Save. Now you can see that this lesson was postponed to Tuesday noon. This is the way how you can move any lesson with any of your students. Besides, there are some other functions in your schedule. For example, you can simply delete a lesson if you agree to teach him 2 times a week instead of 3. In a similar manner, you can add a lesson if your student wants to study more. You choose the day of the week, the time, and save the lesson. See, the lesson has appeared on the corresponding page. This is how we deal with the regular lessons. Regular lessons are those that you hold every week, regularly. But sometimes you may need just 1 lesson. In this case, you choose a single lesson. Choose the date and time and save it. It may be useful. For example, if your student wants an additional lesson only 1 week, only for this week. On this page, there are some extra blocks. This is the block with active students. An active student is the person who is studying with you and has positive balance in our system, so they have some lessons paid. This is the block with students that are going to pay soon. They have no more paid lessons, but they likely will pay within some time. This is the block with students who have just passed their test lessons and are going to announce their decision. The 4th block contains students who are now on holidays. They have decided to take some break for some time. Maybe there are problems at work or they're just having a rest. You can send any of your students on holidays by clicking on Send on Holiday. If your student is willing to make a break in his studies for a week or 2, you should let him go and mark time when he is going to come back. And you may leave a comment. After that, you save the information, and now you can see the student on the holiday block. There you can check the date of his return. Also, by clicking on just 1 link, you can bring him back in case if he has written that he is ready to study again. So we have had a look at the possibility of editing the schedule, adding new regular and single lessons, and sending students on holidays. Now, let's turn back to the main page of our personal account. You see, a new blog with the history of your lessons has appeared. And there are some notes. Let's sort out what it is. In this blog, you have all lessons held, but not marked. And the system is waiting for your reaction. You should describe the result of these lessons. The lessons may be regular or single. To describe the lesson, you should choose one of the 5 statuses proposed by the system. Lesson succeeded, student missed the lesson, you missed the lesson, lesson was postponed, lesson cancelled. Let's look through each of these statuses. For example, if a lesson was cancelled in advance, you can leave a comment which is optional. The principal thing is to choose who has initiated the cancellation, you or your student. Another status is postponing a lesson. In this case, you should mention the new time for this lesson and also the initiator of such decision. In case if you have missed a lesson, choose the 3rd status. You have to mention some reasons for it. We need to know the reasons of teachers' omissions because maybe we could do something with this and prevent such omissions in the future. The next status is used when it's a student who has missed a lesson. Note that this lesson is fully paid. And the last status is for lessons carried out. You may also leave a comment to the lesson, but usually there is no need in it. The key is to save the lesson. It is considered saved if you have followed the link Save the Lesson. As you can see, it disappears from the history block. Now let's cover the weekly schedule block. Here you will see all lessons planned for the current week. There is a date and time for all lessons, names of the students, and you can view the number of lessons paid by each student. In case if there are no lessons paid, you don't have to hold your lesson. It happens that sometimes students simply forget to pay their lessons, and you may teach them without advanced payment. But these lessons don't appear in the history, and you will have to add them by hand using Add Single Lesson button. Then it will appear in the history of your lessons, and you will describe it as we have previously mentioned. As for now, our lesson is over. We have learned how to work with the schedule, change it, and add the results of your lessons into the system. Thank you for your time and good luck.